Hello guys, so in this video, I want to update the theme of this directory right here. The name of the directory is Fence Contractors Australia. And as you can see here in Google Search Console, so for the past, I think 2 to 3 weeks since we deployed this, it started quite slow and it's already picking up the impressions the past 2 days. Then you see right here, we got 140 yesterday, and so far we've got 139 impressions today. So this has very few listings only. So we took the data from GFast Scraper, and here we just have 425 and 62, so almost 500 listings for this fence contractor and fence supply directory right here. And if you take a look at the data, so this is how the data will look like when you scrape it using GFast Scraper. And if you want the full tutorial on how you can import this to appear like this, the link is in the description below. You can follow that simple step-by-step how you're going to create your directory just like this. So this got some fancy bootstrap custom theme, which I wanted to change using OpenAI 04 Mini High. This is not a new model. It got released last month and it was available here in OpenRouter since April 16, 2025. So that's about a month ago. And we're going to test this single prompt directory maker we have available here. It's also in the description below, along with a full tutorial on how you're going to start your directory. So this is very easy to use. You just need to populate this theme configuration, which we're going to do now. So what you need to do is take a copy and then paste that right here in a blank notepad. So you can add the configuration. And we are using local WP to run our local WordPress. So if you click this open site right here, as you see right here, it opens up the local URL, which you can do the vibe coding using VS Code because that's what we're going to do. So to do that, click this VS Code right here. So it opens up the file that we need to modify. So click this and you will see right here, this is the current themes we have for fence contractor directory and you will create a new one. So using VS Code, we're going to need this Clang extension. So open that. And here you can either directly use the OpenAI if you have set up your payment details to use their API, or you can directly use the OpenRouter right here. So the benefit of using OpenRouter, because when your account is new in OpenAI, you have limited API calls. So for example, you are creating big projects, you may experience the rate limit error if you are just in the tier 1 plan of OpenAI. But when you surpass some required amount to get to the tier 2 or tier 3 level, then your rate limit will increase. So using OpenRouter will remove those rate limits. The only thing is when you are adding credits in OpenRouter, there is a 10% fee. So it may be a little bit expensive compared to directly using OpenAI. So for now, I'm just gonna directly use the OpenAI, but you can use OpenRouter and make sure you are using this model called OpenAI 04 Mini High. From what it's described here, it's intelligent enough, I think, to follow this prompt. So we're gonna try that. So here, using the OpenAI, I'm just gonna choose the 04 Mini High. And another thing, sometimes in OpenAI, your available models will be limited. As you can see, there's no Open Mini High. So what I wanted to do is just directly use OpenRouter and then copy this model right here and paste that. Now we are pretty sure we are using the 04 Mini High, the same price as 4.40. So that's what we're going to use. Now, before we prompt this, we're just going to quickly configure this. The folder name will be, so I'm just going to mention my directory name and then the model that I will be using so that we will know when we need to activate it. We don't get confused which one to activate. And the site title, I'm just going to take what we have here as the site title in the current theme. So paste that as the site title. So the custom post key, since this directory is already created, I'll just use the same custom post key, which I can get from here. Alright, so the taxonomy, since I'm categorizing it by state, theme name, I will take this folder name as the theme name, but remove the underscore. And the Google Cat category, just name it as fence contractors or whichever you want. So this is just a label that will be used somewhere here in the prompt. So you can put whatever you want based on your directory. So country will be Australia. So here, if you want to define your color palettes, you can go to this website called Coolors, and then you can start generating your color palette right here. And let me just take this color palette quickly. I'm just going to copy this 5 hexacode. All right, that's all the configuration you need. I think we're ready to run this prompt right here. So what I'm going to do, I'll just copy this, everything. I need to remove this because I already have the custom fields already set up. So if it's just you're updating the theme, you don't need the custom theme again or the advanced custom theme to be created. So you just remove this, the last prompt right there. And I think we're ready to go. Just copy everything and go to your client. And we're gonna paste it right here using O4 Mini High. And let's see how it's gonna look. I'm gonna run this now. Alright, so I think it completed our single prompt directory maker. So the only thing I noticed here using O4 Mini, it timed out 3 to 4 times and I needed to resume the task. So as you can see here, it timed out, it did this for 4 or 5 times and you just need to click resume task. Now we're gonna activate the theme. So let's just observe the files that's been created. So this is our new directory that we requested and these are the files. So hopefully this will not break our directory. So let's go directly to the admin area. So just click this WP admin and let's go to themes. And you can see here, if you have multiple themes created, you will easily identify which one to activate. So as you can see here, because we are in name it as Fence Contractors O4 Mini High, so we know this is the theme we're going to test. So I'm just going to activate this. And now let's go ahead and check how it looks like. I'm going to open the site. So this is the home page, and this is the browse by city, browse by state, and these are the popular fence contractors. It doesn't look that good, but let's see how it's structured. If it gets all the logic that we requested in the prompt, I'm just gonna check one of the listings. So let's click this. So it displays all the information we need and we have the nearby contractors here. So we go back to New South Wales. So this is the state level listing. And as you can see, it has all the city within the New South Wales. And so let's go to home and let's select one of the state. Let's see if it's gonna load the city. Well, at least it's getting that logic of the JavaScript that we requested. I think that's fine. So let's go back here. So when we click one of the city, all right, it's displaying the information we need. So the opening hours right there, and we have the website. It just doesn't look good, but it structured it pretty well. It got all the structure that we requested. So selecting one of this, all right. So it is displaying the information that we need at that path. The only thing is it doesn't look good. It's not as good as Claude 4 or other AI model, the latest AI models such as Gemini 2.5 Pro. The moment you prompt this, it will provide you a good template, a good UI as well. So using OpenAI O4 Mini, well, it's pretty intelligent. It got all the details of what we're requesting here, but it just did not provide us the pretty UI that we are expecting. As far as the functionality concerned, it's okay. That's fine. What I wanted to do is just copy the hero section and let's see if it's gonna look a little bit better. So here in our files, I'll just grab a copy of the hero section right here, copy, and paste that inside assets. So let's refresh this. Again, this did not have the contrast. So functionality wise, O4 Mini did a great job, but the user experience or the user interface appearance, it doesn't look that good. It's decent, but nothing special compared to Claude Sonnet 4 and other AI model. So I think that's about it, guys. So hope you get some insight out of this and see you on the next one.